Hi there, I'm Alex Flood, and you're watching NME with the one and only Alan Ruck.
Hello.
Lovely to meet you, Alan.
Nice to meet you.
Conor Roy, or should I say future presidential nominee Conor Roy.
You can say that.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Is one of your biggest roles.
Yeah.
But I think you almost didn't take the part originally.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that I actually turned it down or anything. It's just that I had a bunch of family business. I was shooting in Chicago and flying home to LA for long weekends, and my wife had some things she needed me to do. She said, I want you to take our little boy to mommy and me class, music class. Okay, I'm there. And my manager called up and said, I have an HBO audition for you. And I said, honey, it's HBO. And she wept. She like burst into tears. And I'm like, Mark, I can't. And so we went to music class, and we beat things for, an hour. And you had to leave your phone outside. And I came outside and there were a dozen messages on my phone. And he just said, just please go to Adam McKay's house before you fly back to Chicago. And I did. And I met Adam, and Francine Maisler, our casting director, was there. Jesse might have been there. There was a guy off in the shadows, big living room. There was somebody back there. It might have been Jesse. And
Jesse Armstrong.
Yes, our writer-creator. And I didn't know the material because I hadn't, planned on doing it. And I said, Adam, I don't know this. And he said, but you know the situation, yeah? And I said, He said, make it up. And so Francine would read to me, and I would just whatever came out of my mouth. And there was that one line from the beginning that is, Dad, there's this job I want. It's called President of the United States. And I said, he's putting the old man on, yeah? And he said, no, he's serious. And so then I knew right then who this guy was. And it went very well, very relaxed. And I flew to Chicago, and by the time I landed, they told me they wanted me to do it.
Couldn't you have got them all to come to music class instead of going to their house?
Do you think?
That might have been a good audition.
Yeah, it might have been really good, yeah.
On the drum.
Adam McKay and Francine Maisler, yeah, playing those flutophone things.
I mean, it sounds like a great experience.
Yeah, no, it was very lucky. Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about Conor's journey in the new episodes?
Let's see, what can I tell you? Just that as we go along, Conor seems to be finding his voice. He's someone who's taken a lot of gas from everyone. He says, Conor's definitely missing a chip, and so he says things that aren't necessarily pertinent to what's going on, and he's sort of a stream of consciousness guy, and he gets a lot of grief from his brothers and sister, and sometimes from the old man, and but as this season goes on, I think he finds his voice a bit more and asserts himself.
Yeah, he's given it back a bit more this season, I think.
Giving it back, yeah.
Who do you think would make a better or worse president, Donald Trump or Conor Roy?
I think Conor would do a little bit better job. I'm not sure how much better.
Fewer riots, maybe.
I don't know. It depends. It depends which way he'd go. It depends what he would do in order to be elected. It depends who he would piss off. Which, if he finds himself the man of the common people, then all the rich people are going to want to kill him. So I mean, I don't know.
There'd be a much bigger culture budget, I think, maybe.
Maybe.
Have you met any real-life presidents?
I just drove in President Biden's motorcade.
Oh, wow. Tell me about that.
Well, a friend of mine is part of Joe Biden's advance team, and our kids go to the same school. And she said one Friday, what are you doing Monday? Are you working? And I said, no. And she said, do you want to drive in a presidential motorcade? And I said, yes. Why? And I didn't know this, but they fly in Secret Service and military to drive all the important people, but all administrations rely on volunteers to drive members of the press and so forth. And my joke was like, yes, because if a van full of reporters driven by some silly actor gets blown up, who cares, really? But anyway, I did that, and I showed up and I was vetted and, all that sort of thing. And I was driving a bunch of reporters and cameramen in a van. And it was great fun. We had motorcycle cops screaming past us on both sides. And we weren't going that fast. We were only going about 60 miles an hour. But we got to blow through all the red lights, which I truly enjoyed.
And you got to speak to Joe Biden.
I did, briefly. The next morning there was a brief photo op, and we had masks on, and he didn't know me from Adam, but he just said, "Good to see you, pal." And I said, "Good to see you." And then we took the photo, and then they were quickly pushing me away, and he said, "Thanks for your service." And I was like, "Thanks for all you do," like that, and that was it.
It's good that they value Succession and TV so much for your service. Great there, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't say, "Connor's got my vote."
No, I don't think he knew who I was. We were all masked up, and I don't think he knew who I was.
If we're being completely honest, none of the characters in Succession are what you call a good person.
No.
But who is the most truly evil?
The most truly evil. Now, this sounds funny maybe, but I think there's a lot of potential in Greg.
I agree.
Yeah, because he's like this young fellow, and he's seemingly guileless and sweet and wants to do well, but I think he would do anything to win, and he's devious. I mean, he kept those documents, Tom can be anybody to anyone, he's really facile. He's a groveling sycophant to Logan. He's screaming martinet to Greg. He's long-suffering cuckold to his wife. I mean, and those. He's such an amazing actor, Matthew McFadden. My money's on him. If it was up to me, I'd give him the Emmy right now, because it's just a gorgeous performance. I don't know how much you've seen of this season.
I've seen the first 7.
Okay. Well, it even gets better. And so those two are quite evil.
Yeah, maybe Tom for Chief of Staff then. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you, Alan. Thanks for
nice to
chatting
meet you.
us.